When I did an article once for Glamour magazine, I've never spoken about this before, but when I did an article once for Glamour magazine, they asked me to report on what guys most wanted from women when they were sexual with them. And they were expecting all these, sort of tricky sexual positions and, orgasms or, other things along those lines that we can all imagine. And I interviewed guy after guy, and these were guys that were not sort of feminist males. These were guys from lots of different stripes in life. And they had lots of different desires, but they had only one thing in common and one thing that was most frequently mentioned. Both what they had in common and what was most frequently mentioned was that they wanted the woman to be happy, excited, gratified. So I submitted this and explained and did the quotes and things like that. And Glamour said, "We can't publish this."
Are you kidding me?
I am not
They would
kidding
not
you.
publish this.
They would not publish it. That was not the answer they wanted.
When was this?
This
Warren?
was back in about the 70s, probably late 70s.
Wow, I would have. When I'm hearing you tell this, I'm thinking, geez, that should be a really important article.
They would love that. I mean, you would think that they would love that. And this is not, Glamour magazine is not a feminist publication, but this is, even.
How do you explain their rejection of this article?
They felt.
How do you feel? Why do you feel?
I feel that their rejection was basically, this is not what our managing editors feel will sell. Women don't really want to hear that this is a very peaceful type of thing. It doesn't sort of like, women want to hear more like, men want a blowjob. Men want, to be, to have it be over quickly.
Is it fair to say that what you found doesn't fit the narrative that's being promoted through the media for the last 30 or 40 years?
Yeah, what I found does not fit the narrative, and it doesn't fit the feminist narrative at all.
At all. No.
And what's happened is that so many editors of so many publications, even publications that like Glamour or Cosmopolitan that appeal to women, they still take this line. The exception to the rule actually has been Cosmo. Cosmo has been more politically incorrect in saying what women really do want, and sometimes that means things like what I just said. But even Glamour magazine, which certainly was not a feminist publication,
would you retry getting this published?
Gee, that's a good question. If I had any,
I think those results still apply today.
Yes,
They're almost universal results.
I've started 300 men's groups. I've started some 250 women's groups all around the country. And, in men's group after men's group after men's group, I've never heard a man even intimate that and this is, confidential groups where, people open up and share their heart and know that it will not get outside of the group. And that's the big vow. And I've never heard a man intimate that he really wants to rape a woman. He might want to do a rape fantasy, where the woman says she'd like to be overwhelmed and overcome. And, but as long as he knows she's part of the desire.
A willing.
Let's just do a role play like that.
A role play, yeah. But it's a game at that
exactly,
point,
as long as he knows that she knows it's a game, and he knows that she can stop the game at any point in time, just say hold or something like that, then guys might be into that. But never have I had a guy suggest that he wanted to do something in sex that made the woman unhappy.
Or that the woman didn't want.
That the woman didn't want, exactly.
Right, yeah.